Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice 2 video. In this video, we're going to be talking about BvS Superman and does he still suck, despite having Justice League synergy. Now, as you guys know, BvS Superman was recently upgraded in the 2.0 update, or even the 1.9 update that added the other Justice League characters. I believe it's a 2.0 update, but BvS Superman now has Justice League synergy, which means you're going to gain all of the benefits from Justice League Aquaman in Arena, Justice League Cyborg in every game mode, as well as Justice League The Flash for more fast attack chance, or Justice League Batman, which also fuels the passive from Batman vs. Superman, where you get at least 10% attack at 3 stars worth of stats, and also 10% health from a Wonder Woman on your team, and you can reflect this based on your gear. So, for example, if your gear item has attack, then your BvS Superman will actually gain a beefier upgrade to its passive. So, if I were to upgrade BvS Superman's attack, you can see that it is currently at 120 attack. So, if we upgrade this ability, you can see now we gain 5 attack, and now it goes up to 121 attack, because you're actually going to get 10% of the benefit. I think it's 15 or 20% at 5 stars. Now keep in mind, a good attack character is going to have between 3,000 and 4,000 damage. It's quite difficult to get, but if you have that much damage and you have a 5-star Justice League Cyborg, you are going to shred people. And remember, there are teams in Arena that do double down on Batmans using Predator and Arkham Knight Batman, so you will definitely shred those teams. So, what are we doing here? We're going to be showing off BvS Superman currently. Now, keep in mind, he is only a 3-star. I don't have his gear optimized, as most of the gear items are level 20. And, of course, if a 4-star offer for BvS Superman comes pretty soon, I will be buying both the 4-star and the 3-star, so I can take BvS Superman all the way to 5 stars and do some more internal testing versus Aquaman, Batman, The Flash, and Mythic Wonder Woman. Obviously, Cyborg is the root of a lot of problems with the Justice League team, because Justice League Cyborg gives you up to 300% extra basic damage. I really hope that in the future, and hopefully from this video, we can actually get a nerf to the Justice League Cyborg buff to be 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100% on tag, jump, ranged, and crouch attacks. Not basic, not rushed. Jumping leaves you vulnerable to attack. Sweeping leaves you vulnerable to attack. Ranged attacks, yes, they do a lot of damage, but you can close the gap and then your advantage is over with. And tag moves, yeah, you should be rewarded for tagging in. You're already rewarded for a bar of power. Mythic Wonder Woman does have an 8-second tag in that is totally justified. So, in our first test fight, we are going to be using Predator Batman. Then we're going to do a fight without Predator Batman, using another Justice League character, more than likely Batman.
Begin.
Now, as I have said, BvS Superman is not optimized. His defense is nowhere near there, but you can see at 3 stars he is doing decent damage to Speed Force the Flash.
Remember,
and we can block that just to reduce how much damage we take. So there is Last Laugh the Joker. Now, we do have a class advantage against him. One thing to note too, BvS Superman's specials are garbage, so you do want to use specials with other characters. I don't know how this is going to be influenced with level 60 abilities. My judgment could change. Let's block that, just to reduce how much damage we take. But you can see that BvS Superman is actually doing quite well with Justice League Cyborg. Let's do a special 3, and that is actually enough to take out the Joker, so I could be wrong on the special 3. Here, Harambe is going to go down, and BvS Superman at 3 stars, able to take out 624 on Heroic, and barely breaking a sweat. I think he lost a little over half of his health. 1,080 XP, 3,878 credits, a level 13 Bane chestplate, and 160 out of 440 fragments for Harambe. So as you can see, we did not use Predator Batman at all in that fight. So, there are a couple variants to the Justice League team. Obviously, the one that a lot of people use has Mythic Wonder Woman in it. In Arena, Cyborg or Aquaman is a really mandatory card unless you have at least 2 armor-piercing talents to get you at least 48%. Now, the other Justice League characters is Batman to be able to avoid one special completely, and you can manipulate this with Dark Supergirl. Like, you can't use Cyborg, Batman, and Dark Supergirl together. You can with BvS Superman. You can obviously use Cyborg, Batman, and Dark Supergirl, and that's a pretty fun tactic. You can also use Armored Superman and get away with that. So, why would you use Batman? You would use Batman on a Justice League team to avoid special damage. So, Aquaman, Batman, and Cyborg are more annoying in my opinion than Mythic Wonder Woman, even though Mythic Wonder Woman goes crazy when she knocks somebody out. Now, there's also Justice League the Flash. So the way the passive works is that at 4 stars, every time you trigger a fast attack, it's going to count for 4. At 5 stars, it's going to count for 5. Now, the first Justice League teammate attack for ability 1, 2, and 3 is unblockable is not a good passive, because when you're dealing with high-level players in Arena, they're going to have 75% defense, and the only 2 things that actually do not get mitigated by defense is the chop slide from Mythic Wonder Woman and the dot from Justice League Batman, which doesn't really do that much damage. So there are 3 variants altogether, and we're going to show off Aquaman as well. So Aquaman is the best source. You want to use this setup in Arena with BvS Superman. Now remember, you do get the attack buffs for BvS Superman, so it's not worthless. Mythic Wonder Woman has to trigger her buffs from actually knocking people out. BvS Superman has it all the time. And if you're running a Justice League Batman instead of Aquaman, which is what you're going to be doing at extreme levels, you're going to get armor piercing versus evading specials. Evading specials is a really powerful mechanic. However, it's situational. So now we're going to do this fight again. No Predator Batman to save us. We do have BvS Superman running wild on you. Alright, so we're going to do this fight again. We can avoid specials on each Justice League character. Let's actually start off by cycling Cyborg. Hopefully he doesn't get obliterated. So now we're going to get Superman back in. And you can see he's actually putting out decent damage. There's the unhittable from Joker. So we get a crit for 36.25 on a punch. Remember, in Arena, that can get mitigated up to 75%, but I don't have the special 1 level up either. And let's try to punch the Joker out. Unfortunately, we don't. You can see the low damage that it does. That gunshot is going to take out a lot of BvS Superman's health, so the chances of him actually beating Harambe are quite low. And he's probably going to go down. No, he does not. He actually survives that. So let's punch. Get a little supplemental damage on him. Now, again, the chances of BvS Superman surviving Harambe are pretty low. We're going to punch again. We actually have him down quite low. We can probably cheese him out with ranged attacks. Yep. BvS Superman gets the cheesy kill on Harambe, and this is Chapter 6. 1,080 XP. BvS Superman gains a level of 49, 3,870 credits, level 13 Swamp Thing pants, and 161 fragments for telekinetic Gorilla Grot. So we're going to take a quick look at BvS Superman's passive, considering that his stats got upgraded. And let's go to Chapter 824 Heroic, which Swamp Thing actually does a lot of damage in this fight. So you can see we're at 1,226 attack. So now our attack goes up by another 1, so we gain like 16 attack. BvS Superman does have 11 levels to go, so he is going to get a little bit more damage. It's not going to be anything major, but again, keep in mind, when he gets those star promotions, he's going to be a force to reckon with, in my opinion. So we're going to take Batman out and rethrow in Predator Batman as we're going to need it, because Swamp Thing is devastating. But we're going to do this fight just to see how long BvS Superman can survive before we actually need to tag out. Again, if your BvS Superman is 5 stars, you can probably handle the entire fight no problem with the extra damage. And then you can sub in Batman just for extra mitigation on special. So you can see that BvS Superman is doing okay damage against Marksman Deadshot. Where it's going to matter is when he's able to do a special, if we can block it. There's Robin. That's not going to do much, and our Reflect is not that leveled up. So we're going to take a little bit of damage there. If we had a maxed out reflect, we'd only take 10% damage and deal 60% of the initial damage back to the opponent. So you can see BvS Superman is struggling on the final fight, but again, he is 3 stars. I don't suspect him to have this problem at 5 stars because he's going to have a much larger health pool and geared up. He's going to be able to survive the campaign. So we're going to do an update video on BvS Superman. He's going to go down here, which is totally expected. So there is Swamp Thing, and he's the biggest pain in the ass to deal with because he does have a high damage output. But you can see BvS Superman is not useless even at 3 stars. And obviously, once I gear him up to 40 and get defensive gear, BvS Superman could go over 50,000 health as a 3-star. And then I just have to wait for Netherrealm to stop milking their customers on White Canary and other characters' offers so we can actually upgrade BvS Superman and Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. They should just make the cards permanent offers in the store. Justice League Cyborg eliminated, but no more tagging out. So let's get rid of Swamp Thing. Marksman Deadshot comes in, he's going to get stunned. That's pretty much over at this point. So yeah, obviously Predator Batman can win the fight by himself. BvS Superman was okay. He wasn't able to handle Chapter 6 in his current stage. And remember, this is a 3-star BvS Superman. You gain about 20 to 30% of your stats for every promotion. So let's take a comparison real quick on Justice League Aquaman, who is 5 stars, versus BvS Superman. So Aquaman with less gear has 1,524 damage, 9,336 health, and you can see I've barely touched his gear. His talents are pretty horrible. So there is Aquaman in 3-star, 1,226 damage, 9,661 health. Obviously, BvS Superman is going to be around 12,000, 13,000 health once I get the star promotions. But unfortunately, he's not quite there yet. Obviously, we do have 11 levels to go, but star promotions are king of threat. If you like this video talking about BvS Superman and does he still suck, can we make BvS Superman great again over Mythic Wonder Woman, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Injustice 2 videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And I plan on doing an update on BvS Superman as soon as I get all of his gear up to level 40. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think his threat is going to be as soon as I hit level 60 with level 40 gear. Or will they actually give out the BvS Superman offer so I can buy him and take him to 5 stars? Have a wonderful day, kids. Give me my 360 multiverse Green Arrow fragments.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!